I'm your host, Beau. Welcome back to MovieStalkers, and yes, today we are doing... Hold on a second. Move the keyboard away. Yes, today we are doing our spoilers review for X-Men Apocalypse. So if you've not seen X-Men Apocalypse yet, don't watch this video. I've done a non-spoiler review on Friday, so go check that out. But anyway, we're going to do our spoiler review, and then we're going to go talk about Captain America, because I have been putting off that video for a little bit. So, there's a motorcycle went by. But let's just get the video out of the way. So here we go. Yes, Magneto's Magneto's wife and daughter do die in this movie, and that is what influences Magneto to go back to being Magneto. And it is a very sad scene when you see it. It's very emotional. It is very... you really feel for Magneto in this movie, and it's very unfortunate that that had to happen. And the way it happens, it shocks everybody in the theater. Like, I got shocked too when I saw it, and it's very unexpected. But you're just like, you kind of know it's gonna happen, but you didn't know it was gonna happen in that kind of way. Just like a guy with an arrow just comes out of nowhere. He's like moving around, and all of a sudden he just shoots it, goes right through the field, and it's very sad. You really feel for Magneto in this movie. That's the one thing that I really love about this movie, and that is you really feel for Magneto, and it's just very, very emotional for Magneto throughout this movie. Very, very sad for Magneto, and I'm really wondering what they're gonna do with Magneto in the future X-Men movies, and it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very, very interesting. So, yeah, there's that. The other thing that we have to discuss is, of course, the Quicksilver scene. I told a lot of people that I think that this Quicksilver scene is a lot more better than X-Men Days of Future Past's Quicksilver scene, mainly because of the song choice. The song choice they used was Sweet Dreams. I love that song to death, and I also really like the look, like the scenery for this scene that Quicksilver got. It's just very... I heard it took like a month to film this one scene, and it just looks very, very clean, very crisp, and it just looks very, very cool. And I have to give props for F. Peters and others just for creating that scene. It's just a very, very cool scene, and it's very interesting, because it's just a very how can I say it? Very interesting scene. We'll say that. I'm just pulling up my notes here because I have some notes and also things that we'll discuss. But, let's talk about the other thing that I thought that was very cool, and that is, Nightcrawler. I thought Nightcrawler was also a very, very cool character, too. He didn't get as much screen time as everybody else did, but he was still a very cool character nonetheless. I thought the performance was very nice. I don't know who plays Nightcrawler in this movie, but he did a pretty good job as Nightcrawler, and I really, really liked it. I just like the fact that it's a very young cast of people. It's just very, very nice that it's just nice and young, and they all did pretty darn good. I also did like Cyclops and Storm in this movie. I have to say that Cyclops was very cool too. Storm should have, like I said in my non-spoiler review, she didn't have much screen time, but for the screen time she had, she was actually pretty good. And Jean Grey, oh my goodness, Jean Grey. Going in to see Jean Grey, I was very interested to see what they were going to do with her, and they brought her, she had some, like, throughout the beginning of the movie, she doesn't really serve a purpose, but towards the end, she definitely gives it all. She definitely brings it at the end of this movie, and she just releases Phoenix, and it's a very cool scene, and the showdown between Professor X, Apocalypse, and Jean Grey is so cool, and it's a very, very cool scene, and a nice way to end off the movie. So, very, very cool scene. I really like that a lot. The other thing I liked, of course, is the cameo from the Wolverine. How did I feel about it? Well, I gotta say, for the time he was in there, it was pretty awesome. It was a pretty cool cameo scene. I liked the whole scene that they had for him. And I like the interaction, the small interaction we had with Jean Grey and the Wolverine. Very, very cool. It was very, very nice. Very, very light touch. Very cool. He doesn't say a word. Like, Wolverine does not say a word. He just shows up and leaves. And that is it. And the one sad thing that I have to say about this movie is that Jubilee did not get any time in this movie. She does not get much. I mean, you see her, but she doesn't say nothing, and she doesn't get no lines. I'm gonna assume that there's a Jubilee cut for this movie, but, yeah, there was no, from what I saw, there was nothing for Jubilee, unfortunately, so, yeah, it sucks, but, yeah. The last thing we got to talk about for X-Men Apocalypse is two things. One is Jennifer Lawrence as Mystique. I gotta discuss that for a minute because I feel like people need to know how do I feel about Jennifer Lawrence up to this point playing Mystique. I gotta be honest, Mystique in this movie was very plain. She didn't have much to do in this movie. Like, she was just there. Like, you know, she was just one of the X-Men that was there at Days of Future Past, and they just, like, you know, she's kind of like the hero ideal in this movie. Like, everyone looks up to her because she's the hero, and all the mutants want to be like her. Even Storm is like, you know, talking to Apocalypse and saying that, you know, like, I want to be like Mystique. And yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, Mystique is now a hero in some sense, but she doesn't really serve much purpose in this movie. Like, she doesn't really bring it like she did in Days of Future Past. But, you know, she's okay. I mean, you know, not much to say about Mystique. I mean, she's just there. Same thing with Beast, except Beast kind of did bring some lines, but he was also, you know, just there just because. So, yeah. The last thing we gotta discuss about is the after credit scene. It is a hint towards a female Wolverine. That's what I heard. I heard it's a hint towards a female Wolverine. I hope that it is, because I would love to see that showdown and also that team up. That would be pretty sick. There's also a hint towards something sinister. I can't remember. I was reading it on an article. Maybe if I could pull it up. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. It had something to do with female Wolverine, which I am very interested to see if they do. That's what I heard. Like, a lot of people are saying that it's a hint towards a female Wolverine. It says also that this could be a hint towards the Wolverine 3 and Weapon X is one of the mysterious figures, and it's in a briefcase marked E-Sex Corpse with other colored vials, and it's a hint toward Mr. Sinister. That's what I was thinking of, Mr. Sinister. Yeah, Mr. Sinister, I saw a picture of what Mr. Sinister looks like. If that is what we're gonna be getting in the next X-Men movie, which is probably the Wolverine 3. Or Wolverine 2, actually. Is it Wolverine 3? Yeah, it's Wolverine 3. Yeah. Let's go. So, yeah, guys, overall, guys, I gotta say that it was a pretty good movie. It wasn't the best X-Men movie, like I said before. It was a good movie, though. It had some flaws, it had some ups and downs. I'd still say that it's a 7.5 out of 10, but I don't think, like a Rotten Tomatoes, it's giving it like a 49%. I don't think this movie deserves a 49%. I think at best this movie deserves at least a 70 or a 60. It's a pretty good movie. It has ups and downs, but overall, guys, pretty good movie to watch. I recommend seeing it if you're an X-Men fan, and also just a comic book fan in general, because there's a lot of cool things about it. So, that's it for this spoiler review. Let me know in the comments below how you guys felt about X-Men Apocalypse. And also check out my Rollout Nation channel, where we talk about Transformers The Last Night. And I'll be posting another video today on that channel. And I'll be also doing a Gotham Season 2 finale, as well as an Arrow Season 4 finale. And recap, so that's it for this video. We guys enjoyed it. As always, making videos. Beau out. See you next time.